Welcome to Pinoy Guard. This is where maritime power meets national resolve. In this episode, we delve into a development that may seem like a routine contract on the surface, but beneath it lies a deepening defense alliance, a strategic maritime leap, and a powerful signal to the region. The Philippine Coast Guard, in partnership with OCEA of France, has signed a vital 180 million Cuban pesos logistics support agreement, not only to maintain its French-built patrol fleet, but also to potentially launch a new era of local warship construction in Subic Bay. This is not just about maintaining ships, this is about sustaining sovereignty. A partnership anchored in trust. On a day marked by ceremony and strategic clarity, Admiral Ronnie Gilel, Gavin, the Commandant of the Philippine Coast Guard, stood side by side with Monsieur Jacques Bryant, OCEA's representative, to formalize a logistics contract that goes beyond spare parts. Witnessed by French Ambassador Laurent Saint-Martin and Department of Transportation Secretary Vivencio Dizon, the event reaffirmed the PCG's commitment to maritime security and the importance of enduring international alliances. Let's look at the contract specifics. BRP Gabriela Silang, the pride of the fleet. At the heart of this agreement lies a one-year integrated logistics support (ILS) package for BRP Gabriela Silang OPV 8301. Valued at 130 million Cuban pesos, this contract ensures routine and preventive maintenance, on-demand technical services, fast and steady delivery of critical spare parts. The 83.6-meter offshore patrol vessel, still the largest aluminum OPV in the world, is a critical strategic asset for the Philippines. Designed and built by OCEA in France, the vessel combines speed, endurance, and sustainability. And for good reason, Gabriela Silang has operated nonstop across the Indo-Pacific, escorting Filipino repatriates during the COVID-19 crisis, providing humanitarian support, conducting sovereignty patrols in the West Philippine Sea. With this new support agreement, Gabriela Silang's high readiness level will be preserved, not just as a flagship, but as a floating symbol of a modern, agile, and responsive Philippine Coast Guard. Boracay-class patrol boats, small but powerful. The second part of the deal involves a 3-month ILS package for the PCG's 424-meter Boracay-class fast patrol boats. These vessels, delivered between 2018 and 2019, will receive 50 million Cuban pesos worth of maintenance and parts support from OCEA SA Philippines. Despite their size, these vessels have been workhorses in coastal security, anti-smuggling operations, and maritime search and rescue missions. Their aluminum construction ensures longer service life with less corrosion, ideal for the archipelagic waters of the Philippines. This short-term support agreement will serve as a bridge toward possibly longer-term sustainment or midlife upgrades. Strategic importance. What makes this deal special? You may ask, why is this logistics contract a big deal? Because in military maritime strategy, availability is capability. A patrol vessel that cannot sail due to a lack of parts or technical issues is as good as gone. With tensions in the West Philippine Sea on the rise, the operational status of PCG vessels, especially modern platforms like Gabriela Silang, can spell the difference between deterrence and delay. This contract ensures that critical French-built assets remain seaworthy, alert, and responsive 24/7. OCEA's Subic Bay Shipyard, a game-changer for the Philippines. Now here comes the game-changing part. Back in December 2022, OCEA announced its intention to establish a 1.5 billion Cuban pesos shipyard in the Philippines, specifically in Subic Bay. The plan? To build aluminum vessels between 15 to 120 meters in length, directly in the country. That includes maritime safety patrol vessels, transportation craft, possibly even naval or fisheries enforcement boats. According to the plan, this shipyard could provide 500 to 600 direct and indirect jobs to Filipinos. Skilled welders, marine engineers, electricians, and logistic technicians could soon find employment in this growing defense sector. OCEA Shipbuilding Philippines Incorporated was formally proposed in a letter of intent submitted to the Department of Trade and Industry, DTI. The vision was first raised during the 9th Philippine-French Joint Economic Committee, JC, in July 2021 and is now materializing. According to open-source defense reports, France is poised to provide up to 40 new patrol vessels to the Philippine Coast Guard, and rather than exporting them from Europe, these ships could be assembled or even fully built in the Philippines at the proposed Subic Shipyard. Local shipbuilding, national security through industry. The ability to build and sustain patrol vessels locally changes everything. Let's break down the key advantages. 1. Strategic independence. The Philippines gains more control over fleet readiness. No need to rely solely on overseas schedules and long delivery timelines. 2. Economic multiplier. The shipyard will attract local suppliers, subcontractors, and educational institutions. Imagine marine engineering schools partnering with French technology centers. 3. Technology transfer. Filipino workers and engineers will be exposed to advanced aluminum shipbuilding techniques, maintenance protocols, and design philosophies used by a top-tier European shipbuilder. 4. Operational flexibility. Repairs, upgrades, and even new builds can. 5. Regional signaling. Having a modern shipbuilding facility at Subic Bay, near the disputed waters of the South China Sea, sends a powerful signal to allies and adversaries alike. Historical context. The legacy of Subic and the new maritime future. Let's not forget, Subic Bay was once the largest U.S. naval base outside the United States. After its closure in the early 1990s, the site was converted into a freeport zone and commercial shipyard. Now, Subic may return to its former maritime prominence, not as a foreign naval base, but as a Filipino-led shipbuilding hub fueled by international partnerships. If realized, OCEA's project will become a cornerstone of Philippine defense self-reliance. And with the Maritime Industry Authority, Marina, pushing for the revival of local shipbuilding, the timing couldn't be better. Why France? Why OCEA? France has quietly become one of the Philippines' most reliable maritime partners. Beyond shipbuilding, the French government has provided maritime domain awareness support, coastal radar cooperation, and technical training for PCG personnel. OCEA, for its part, is a global expert in building fast, efficient aluminum vessels. Based in Les Sables-d'Olonne, France, it has clients across Africa, the Caribbean, Asia, and Europe. Its ships are lightweight but strong, fuel-efficient, built for tropical climates, ideal for archipelagic and littoral waters like ours. From 2018 to 2019, the PCG took delivery of 24-meter patrol boats. The 83.6-meter BRP Gabriela Silang, one of the most capable OPVs in Southeast Asia. Today, those assets form the backbone of the PCG's modern response fleet. Regional relevance, the South China Sea context. As we know, the West Philippine Sea continues to be a volatile arena. Chinese Coast Guard vessels and maritime militia often harass Filipino resupply missions and patrols. In such scenarios, the ability to deploy fast, capable, and well-maintained vessels is non-negotiable. The BRP Gabriela Silang's speed and endurance give it a crucial advantage. It can conduct extended patrols, serve as a floating command center, and project presence where needed. Meanwhile, the Boracay-class boats can quickly respond to illegal fishing, maritime emergencies, or smuggling activities in coastal areas. With logistics support secured and a local shipyard in the works, The Philippine Coast Guard is no longer a passive observer, it is becoming a maritime enforcer. Final thoughts: a rising maritime force. This 180 million Cuban pesos logistics deal isn't just about sustaining ships, it's about sustaining strategy. It ensures that the Philippine Coast Guard's French-built platforms are always mission-ready, always vigilant, and always visible in our waters. It builds a bridge to a future where vessels are not only deployed from France, but built by Filipinos for Filipinos. It reawakens the shipbuilding legacy of Subic Bay, positioning the Philippines as a strategic maritime hub in the Indo-Pacific. And most of all, it reinforces the message that in defending sovereignty, maintenance is not mundane, it is mission-critical. We salute the Philippine Coast Guard and OCEA for taking this important step toward fleet sustainability and national self-reliance. Stay alert, stay informed, stay with Pinoy Guard.